So let's just begin. We played this yesterday. We're going to play it again today. It's essentially a aggressive. I almost want to call it Punisher Prison. It will punish people if they play too slow. Not time wise, but like trying to kill us. And we've got this cool card in here, and I think this is worth it. I'm just saying it. Don't want to invoke Fury into it, but it's a cool card. We've taken down some very aggressive lists with this, so I'm confident that we can get some things done. I've split up our sideboard so that it's readable in terms of an artifact in between sections. We have Bone Crusher, Chandra Dress to Kill, Pillage, Hazard, Leyline. I'm not even sure this is all that I want. And in some ways, I feel like I want Cleansing Wildfire instead of like Chandra Dress to Kill against Tron matchups or something. But who knows? Who knows? Let's go play Magic. Let's go get some treasure chests, shall we? That's the plan. That is the plan. I just wish I could put this next to my name in every chat. The potato? Dude, that's a violent potato. You could combo that with this one. Be like, ah, potato! Oh, man. Let's get things rolling tonight. Ratchet Bomb was great last night. We really never brought Chandra Dress to Kill in, but I fully expect to bring that in against most likely a control style matchup. Oh, Blood Crypt asks us, what would we bring Dress to Kill in? I think any matchup that's going to go a little bit of a length of time, because it's Chandra Dress to Kill, because we have strictly red cards in our list, we'll be able to draw us cards. And then if you have a Torbran out, she's a bolt every turn plus mana. So that's pretty good. So that's probably the matchup we want that in. Especially a matchup where we don't think Leyline of Combustion, if they're not going to hit like our permanents or us very often, then the Leyline of Combustion doesn't make as much sense. So we could bring in that Chandra plus maybe Hazard. Hazard's in here as a meme because Solitude exists in the format. But in the event that you would want to take this to an event, I'd swap out the Hazard for a Stormbreath Dragon, and that way you'd have that against a like blue-white control, Jeskai control with Solitudes and Yorions and things like that. Generally speaking, though, Eidolons and Roiling Vortexes and stuff like that, they're probably going to be enough to take down a lot of the control matchups anyway. Like we should be favored a little bit in those matchups. So Chandra Dress to Kill might also come in against other red decks. Might come in against some of these other decks that are out there that have like good card advantage because you'll want it, and maybe where Blood Moon's not as important. It's Tuesday. You're not supposed to be live. You're right. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Let's get some lands in here, shall we? Let's keep this. Let's get rid of the Spike Field. Seems like a fine thing to get rid of. Let's get things rolling. There's a Steam Vents. Monkey? Monkey indeed. Monkey indeed. I kind of want to Spike Field it. I think I'm going to. We have enough lands, right? Yeah, we're live on Tuesday. It's the new thing. I'm gonna go for it. Why not? Let's make the game interesting. This is easily gonna get countered. There it is. Ooh, fancy counterspell too. You're all welcome. No more existential crisis about what day it is. Exactly. Let's attempt a Dashing Ragavan. I think this eats a count. Ooh, removal spell. Gotta be a removal spell, right? There's that Unholy Heat. You got it. 3 cards to beat here. We got Rabblemaster next. We have the ability to Lightning Bolt a creature if they play it. Murktide is a little bit dangerous here for us. That would be a big threat for us to deal with. Expressive Iteration. Bobble. Do we think Rabblemaster is going to connect with its token or even live till combat phase? Probably not. We have to try, though. They draw. I'm going to try over the Ragavan because I think this is the bigger threat They could bolt this or something. They were going to do this literal same thing to Monkey as well. Might as well give it a shot to get it down. This is where they could Monkey, but they don't. All these expressive iterations. Yeah. I've got to consider. Fires off the consider as well. Immediately binning something. Archmage Charm. All right, well, we're going to dash in this Monkey and see if this Monkey can finally connect or if my opponent has another removal spell. We appear to be attacking. Well, we were attacking. Luckily, it's a shock-in if they do get rid of this. And away it goes. I'm going to hold on to the Bolt, and just in case I need to kill their Ragavan. We're running out of things to do. This is actually where the Leyline of Combustion could be beneficial in a matchup like this, because the Leyline of Combustion would... it would make them take damage instead of like saving themselves points here. All right, we got a Murktide. Chances of us getting this to dead is really low. Oh, it's really low now. How big is this Murktide? It's 11, 11, and 8, 8, and I can only do 7. I'm going to 1. Concede. Concede. All right, so this is the matchup where we bring in Relics, Ratchet Bomb, Chandras, and maybe the Leyline of Combustion. Also the Hazard and the Bone Crusher Giant. Like, this is like everything I'd like to bring in. Magus and Blood Moon probably can go here. So let's start there. And then the Roiling Vortex is like... It speeds the game up, but it's probably not kind of what I want to do. We can probably cut one Torbrand because that dies doing Holy Heat. And yeah, so that's 10 cards, and I have 9. This would be 10. Maybe find the Bone Crusher Giants in here somewhere. Be pretty happy. Can I find the room for the Bone Crusher Giants? Probably could. I mean, honestly, another Torbrand is an interesting idea. I have Bolt, Spike Fields. I have a Shatter Skull. Maybe I take the Shatter Skull out to add one more Bone Crusher. And this is where, like, you wouldn't be bringing in Hazoret. You would be bringing in Bone Crusher over the Storm Breath that you would have. There is an interest to potentially playing a Moon in this matchup, but I don't think I want to. So we're going to try this. Yeah. So this is definitely a Chandra Dress to Kill matchup. This is going to be a tough one. Murktide's always been a little bit tough for us on the stream. I like this hand, though. Play the Leyline out. Put the Relic down. Okay, we've basically stopped the 2 biggest problems for us with this Relic. Murktide and Murktide. Taco Tuesday. Little bobble action for our opponent. So go ahead and eat the artifact. Artifacts are a little bit more scarce in their list than maybe like a fetch land, for example. Plays a Spire Bluff. We got Monkey down here doing its thing. We're obviously going to kill that immediately. And then we'll eat it and pass the turn. I do need one more land really to get things going here. We did take out one of the untapped lands in the Shatter Skull department. We do hit our land though. Okay. How about we just jam a Bone Crusher from the Adventure Land? Let's go ahead and eat the land here. I live for stomping Ragavans. Go get that W. We're trying. We're trying. I got to keep this graveyard somewhat in check. There's Ledger Shredder. All right. This might be the opportunity for a Chandra. I think I do Chandra here. If they have Spell Pierce, they have Spell Pierce. We can add or exile and play. I think I just add here and pass turn. Let's eat a counter spell out of the yard and pass. I don't really want to play a second spell and grow their Ledger Shredder. It does not interest me. Even if I found Bolt here, it wouldn't be very good. Chandra might just die here. She might. Might go kaput. What are you gonna do? All right, they take 2 to do this. It is something. It's not a lot, but it is something. They play a land as well. They crack this. They're really kind of going here to find answers and stuff. Makes me kind of want to use this. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, land's not bad. Crucible is not bad. I feel like I need to go ahead and play the Seasoned Pyromancer, get rid of maybe these 2, hold on to the Crucible. I like the idea of Bone Crusher. Okay. This is nifty. All right, the Bolt doesn't kill the Ledger Shredder at the moment. But these are threats, and these threats are not just free kills either anymore. This is definitely interesting. No shock from our opponent. Let's go ahead and try to... Let's try to burn the Bolt right here. They need to fire off 2 spells, or they have like Archmage Charm or something. Cool. All right, Ramunaut. I almost just want to spin this and just like... Just go. There's no way they do this, right? So we just discard and smack them. Damage. All the way. If they kill one of these, it's 2. They're going to shoot Seasoned Pyromancer? They do. They take 2 anyway. It got in. That's what I like about the combustion. We'll consider here. I mean, if they've just got counter spells, they're about to take 3 a turn. Even more when they shoot these. Fetch land. Fetches. We got a big Murktide here. We might have a big Murktide. Considers. Oh, this Murktide's getting scary if they have a Murktide. But if they play Murktide, I'm going to Seasoned Pyromancer and hopefully find a Bolt. Attack for 2 around the Murktide. Maybe Bolt them. What do you got? Get some Ramunaut Ruins as well. That's 2 damage bundled up there. If they don't play the Murktide here, then they're countering this, but then I'm getting in for 3. I think they just have to play big Murktide here. 8/8, 7/7. Something, something. Something, 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 something. Bolts an Elemental. They take 2. And now they Murktide? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So they took 2 more to make bigger Murktide. Okay. We can Bolt them. Seasoned Pyromancer. Draw new cards. Land, drop, attack. Put them to 3. And then we have Ramunaut Ruins. It's a freebie. Or I run both of these in there. They can't bolt me. Just seen the Modern Horizons 2022 list. Like the total spoiler. Oh, it's Ragavan. That moment when you're like, yeah, go ahead, Ragavan. You can attack me. No problem. Got you. Look at that Eidolon. You should play that, opponent. You are missing something because you've called it Modern Horizons 2022 list instead of calling it Double Masters 2022. But that's okay. I forgive you. All right, how do we play this? Yeah, we just sit here and then my opponent can't do much. I then make a Seasoned Pyromancer set of tokens here and we win because they have my Eidolon, which will kill them. Go ahead, opponent. You do whatever you want. Hit me for 9. I don't care. They've realized their mistake here. You know what the best feeling is? Is just to sit back, relax, pop a Ramming Out Ruins, drink a cool soda, be like, for once in our entire life, Ragavan has stolen a card that was to their demise. Ah, what a great feeling. What a great feeling. I don't think we change anything either. I mean, aside, yeah, Chaos Warp does its thing, but they're not coming to Modern. They're not coming to Modern. They're double masters. I mean, that's the primary thing going on here. Triple masters, quadruple master. It's basically reprints, the ability to get some cool new art out there, fancy full arts, different foils, things like that, and then you know, allow people to hopefully prices come down for certain segments of legacy, modern, pauper, blah blah blah. And yes, pauper gets expensive at times. But yep. Double masters. That's why I don't pay a lot of attention to double masters spoilers. Like, it's a limited format and has cards for their respective sets. There is nothing new reprinted except for that new land. I say new reprinted. That's kind of awkward. No new reprinted. There's nothing new that would be printed that wouldn't have been previously existing, thus being a reprint. I don't think that cleared up anything. One more W, I believe. Then why are you putting the boat there? We're on the draw, too. It would be great to take this. We haven't had any experience against Murktide with this list. I think I want just like double Leyline of Combustion and Eidolon and be like, good luck, opponent. I mean, I have double Eidolon. That's got to be worth something. Let's try it. I think the Leyline of Combustion is a really good card in this matchup because there's a lot of spot removal, but let's test double Eidolon here. We can always cast a Leyline of Combustion later. No removal, notably, so if Monkey shows up, just concede, right? Bolt. Thanks. They even saw that. They even saw that. Slam Ragavan. There's a bolt. No problem. Oh, I like the Fiery Islet. Oh, another Ragavan. All right, I'm going to play the Eidolon before the Relic here. I think this is worth more. Do I trade this? I wonder if I trade this. No, don't care. Don't care. Hey, I didn't want to draw that anyway. That's a bad card. Maybe. Oh, shoot. They play land, play this. I'm not attacking them like that anyway. Extra content Tuesday, indeed. What's up, Snoring Dad? Unholy Heats. This takes damage. You got it, opponent. Ledger Shredder. All right. It's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. My opponent is running out of things here. Gosh, I don't really want to grow this. Let's go ahead and cycle the Relic. Okay, it's not the worst. I would have liked to protect there too, but I don't want to grow the Ledger Shredder. Oh, there's a Lightning Bolt. They're going to fire that one off. Land drop as well. Ledger Shredder and fires this off, and now they do a lot of damage. So I need like Ratchet Bomb here to put it up on 2 rapidly here. That would be ideal. They binned 2 cards that were duds that they were drawing. We got ourselves a Ragavan. That's not very good. Gosh, I don't want to grow these. What if I put a Ragavan here and then on their upkeep try to Bone Crusher Giant their Ragavan or something? Make it a little awkward if they do attack with both of these. I don't know. This is like all I got. This is all I got. Opponent cycles. Okay. Maybe does a little less this turn. Probably holds one of these back. The 2-4 probably hits with the 1-3. Maybe we've slowed them down. We did it. We did it. All right. What's the most threatening thing I can do here? Probably Seasoned Pyromancer. Wow, they let that resolve. Okay. I'm going to just pass casually here. Then we got this. Then we got Mom Dog. All right. We have a line. The line is narrow. The line is small, but the line is there. Expressive Iteration. They could definitely grow these, but they're only going to attack with one, I would imagine. We'll see. We'll see. We have the Fleet of Elementals. Honorary Elemental. Unholy Heat to kill the Ragavan, probably. Yep. That's fine. This is a 3-5. This is a 2-4. I don't think they can, like, just swing out here. They could just die. What if they have a bunch of bolts? That could be bad. Archmage, Spell Pierce. Land drop. Well, they're not going to do it. 5-4 gets, ooh, they're swinging out. Well, I can't block. They're all in the air. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Hazoret. I'm not going to play a second spell here because that'd be bad. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. If we do it this way, then I have an elemental token back. I'm taking 5 in the air. I'm very, very, very close to probably dying, but I dodge a Ragavan dashing in here, and then I can double pitch with Hazoret. Do they have the burn? Do they have the double spell? If they double spell here, 5, 6, 7, because it +1/+1 on both of these. You got it? Bolt me. I'm dead, right? Good game, opponent. Close one. Very close. Came down to just a couple little things there, and play draw. We didn't have the Ley Line of Combustion in. I'm happy with the result, considering we put the list together yesterday. We'll look for this Ley Line of Combustion in the future ones, and maybe Chandra Dressed to Kill is not where you want to be against them. Maybe we need more relics or something. You know, we think we want this card. Maybe we don't. Maybe we want another Ratchet Bomb and another relic. They had to have the Bolt, though. Bolt or double spell. If they didn't have those, we had them with the Hazoret. So, you got to take those, like, it's a loss on the record books, but it's proving that we're right about where we probably should be. Maybe these pillages suck. Maybe we shouldn't have pillages. Pillage is there for the 4-color matchup, though. So, Pillage Ratchet Bomb for the 4-color matchup with a Pithing Needle. That's the idea for that one. Again, you'd play Storm Breath over Hazoret if that's heavy in your meta. All right, apparently it's December. We've jumped to the end of the year. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy all the other stuff that goes on. Christmas next week, exactly. I'm looking at the one lander. And keep this. Let's get rid of a Torbrand. See what happens here. Oh, no. No, I don't want to repeat this just yet. We haven't had a chance to tweak our list. This is awful. All right, Roiland Vortex is not very good in this matchup. Kind of looks close to gathering a lot. Devotion, especially when you bring in ley lines. Maybe Nykthos is worth a land slot. I'm not, like, playing a big spell, though. You want double red pips. You don't want to be, like, land plus Nykthos. Man. All right, they won the dice roll, so I feel very far behind here already. Counter spell. And they counter there. That's not good. That's not good at all. We're going to make the same substitution, see the game gets close like it was before. I mean, the only payoff is like a 4-drop, and we don't care if we play that on turn 4. There's no reason to try to accelerate that out. For 3. No, it's the Punisher prison style lists. Let's try to evoke a Fury here. Let's clear the board if we can. This is easily countered by them by an Archmage Charm. No Archmage, they get the counter though. We'll pass the turn. Not a lot for us to do. In a way, I almost want to hide the Torbrand here. Especially if this Darcy becomes a 3/3. Ditches a land. It keeps the card off the consider. That's not good for us. What if it's a big Murktide? There's a land. It's probably just another counter spell. Hits for 3 again. Down to 12. They find a Ragavan. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play the Torbrand here. If Torbrand sticks around, it's good. There we go. Another counter. We have not been allowed to play Magic this game. Still only doing 3 to me. This is where I'm kind of happy I have the Seasoned Pyromancer, because now I can just play it and maybe draw a Fury plus something, maybe a Bolt, something to clean these pesky creatures up. Land went to the graveyard off of Darcy. Bobble. So my opponent's finally found their Bobble here. Plays a second Darcy here. He gets the Surveil triggers and is going to make this a 3/3. We're getting a hit for 5, putting us to 7. 7 to 19, plus all these flyers. I'm going to just concede before they see too much else, because there's 2 3/3s. Even if I top deck a Fury, play the land, top deck a Fury, I kill 1 plus this. I'm already going to 7. This will put me to 4. Yeah. Just a few more swings with Darcy and they got us. All right, Ratchet Bombs, Relics, not this. Maybe not the Chandra this time. How about we just work with these 10 cards? These 10 cards, we took Blood Moons out, which were 5 of our cards, and we took the Roiling, that's another 4, and I took 1 Torbrand out last time. We also considered the Shatterskull Smashing, but maybe we want to keep this time. Because I could take the Shatterskull Smashing out and leave the Torbrand in, but it does the same thing for Fury, and this is 1 extra land. It's probably what I want to try to do. We tried to fit a few Chandras in last time. Let's try it without this time. Small tweaks. Fact that we played the list back to back, why not? Give it a shot. We go 0-2. That's fine. Learning opportunity. Ratchet Bomb's probably fine. Ratchet Bomb on 1 gets rid of all the Abundant Growths that mess up your Blood Moon against 4 color. You can go to 2 to get rid of the Wrenn and 6. 1 for all the Darcy and Ragavans. You're seeing we're having trouble with a list like this, so that's why we have Ratchet Bomb. If you have a red list that doesn't have problems against those types of creatures because it has more removal, then you wouldn't perhaps play Ratchet Bomb. I mean, it's not that slow. It's 1 turn for the things that I care about. We've seen a lot of Shadow. Pop it up 1 and then blow things up. Zamgrief, thanks for the raid. Good party coming in. It's a great number. I think your concession is what is the worst matchup, and we think Ragavan and Darcy are. We're proving that out, and so our intuition is correct. The next question becomes, okay, then what do we do? Do we play Ratchet Bombs? Is things on 2 and 3 matter? So Ratchet Bombs more flexible? Or is, hey, Darcy and Ragavan are it. They're just the worst. Okay, we can play Engineered Explosive with our 1 color deck. Yes, we can get it to more if we get Ragavan down, but the primary purpose would be killing 1 converted mana cost things. It just depends. It just depends. what is our worst matchup, if you will. All right, we're going to keep the 2-lander. We have a Ragavan to threaten, Eidolon to follow up, and some removal for my opponent's pesky things. No Leyline of Combustion, but the hand seemed reasonable enough to at least give it a shot. Yeah, Ragavan Treasure could get it higher, but this card's probably not hitting in the matchups where we would then need that card to come in. So to rely on the card to increase its reliability in the matchups where we would bring it in does not feel like a good idea. I'm going to play an Eidolon before. They're going to probably bolt this anyway. Cool. This is where that Leyline would be nice. That'd be shock, fetch, shock, 2 damage. I really think we gotta like look for those combustions probably a little bit more. All right, we got a lot of Bone Crushers here. I'm gonna just cast a Bone Crusher here. I'm gonna take damage. They're either gonna counter this or not. I have a feeling, and a sneaky one, that they counter. That's fine. We get to then slam him with Eidolon, 2 damage, and it's at least doing an additional 2 here. We're going to continue to slam threats. I don't care if they play Ragavans. I don't care if they play counter spells right now. We have the damage. I mean, they're not Death Shadow. They'd be silly to keep taking damage, right? They're just going to die. Best draw here is probably a second Eidolon. Spirebluff Canal for our opponents. After a consider 4 types in the graveyard. Ragavan not dashed in. We do hit a Den of the Bugbear on our own here. So we have a few options here. I could just like Bone Crusher Giant, be happy, and plan to block. And then we just play that Punisher aspect where my opponent's just gotta deal with our stuff here. I think I kind of like that plan. And just sit back on defense, let Eidolon take over this game through damage. Not even bother attacking here. Bone Crusher blocks very nicely. They have to cast things. They could play Murktide. That would make this a little bit of an awkward approach here. But let's just go with what we got here. We got 2 damage reserved here. We have Bone Crusher that's probably 2 damage. If they counter it, it's going to be 2 because of the Eidolon. If they go removing, this is 2 damage without the Eidolon. This is 2 damage with the Eidolon. I mean, it's all adding up. We pitch Fury here and remove this attack, and Bone Crusher Giant stomp them probably this coming turn. If we draw a nice, juicy red card. Unless it's Bolt, then we do other things. Dang, Bolt. All right. Easy Bone Crusher in. They have to block. They go for the Bolt here, and we just clean the game up here. Trigger, all the good stuff. We'll stomp it upstairs. We'll throw a Bolt upstairs. You're dead. You're dead, opponent. All right, F6. A lot of damage there. Eidolon staying in play. Opponent likes to cantrip, likes to play little spells, and then one big one seemed to work nicely. So we can take the game. We were on the play, just like last match. Now we're on the draw. Got the same setup. Chandra's out. Can we find a Leyline and maybe a couple removals and an Eidolon? This is it. This is it. This is it. This is how we beat them. If this doesn't work, we need something extra in the sideboard, or they have the absolute crazy nut hand against us. We have the Leyline to protect all of our stuff from being shot. We have the Ragavan because it's a threat that needs to happen. We have double Eidolon that's just like, ugh, for them. And we can remove at least a small creature. Not that one if it grows, though. Not that one if it grows, but we can remove their Ragavan. The only problem with this hand is I have a Raminot, and the Raminot will hurt me a little bit. Big ouch, but let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. It's a pretty good hand. Please bobble us. I know, right? Bobble us. Take the damage. Did they bobble us? I'm looking now. I think they did. All right. I'm going to play the Eidolon. I'm not going to attack. I don't need to attack. They need to interact with me. And there's no point to stomp here, because if they do have that counter spell, the stomp, then this becomes a 3/3. Maybe there is like a chance that we want to just throw the Bone Crusher away to this. But we're not going to attack, obviously. It would die. Now they're going to attack, and then we're going to get in again. Bolt's probably the best draw for us. Play an Eidolon, play a Bolt, play a Bolt, play an Eidolon. All right, here comes the Darcy. Doing its thing. Running in like a crazy person. Whoosh. Whoosh. I mean, they kind of look a little crazy. 2-mana Murktide here. Murktide would be really bad for us. We need to find like a Fury here. Is this a 5/5? That is most certainly not ideal. Yeah, but I can kill it. I could kill it here. I think I have to, don't I? Question is, how do I kill it? Just stomp bolt? Stomp bolt swing? I like stomp bolt and swing here. I like a trade right now. I think. I gotta like a trade here. Just another creature into the yard. I'm gonna do it. Maybe it's wrong. One less creature. We're both at 17. I have a Leyline of Combustion out, and I'm gonna be playing an Eidolon, hopefully. It just feels like, okay, they have to have counters rather than removal, or I'm gonna, eat them up. They don't even attack. And now I have a, whoa. I have a Bone Crusher Giant. Crap. I don't know how big this was. Is that about where it was? Probably. I could attempt to Season Pyromancer. I could do the Bone Crusher plan again. I think I'd just do this Bone Crusher plan again. Just like use the value out of the side there. I mean, it's a 4/3. That's just menacing. And if they shoot it, they take 4. Go for it, opponent. They didn't have a counter spell, by the way. All right, trigger, take 4. Take 4, I don't take 3. Deal. Land to the yard, instant goes to the yard. We have 3 types. Yeah, I thought they had an Archmage Storm too, but they probably just have like Unholy Heat and something else, so. Land drop, I'd Eidolon and maybe Bone Crusher. They play a land, they have 1 card to beat. I might just slam Bone Crusher here. Look at that, they can't even attack. That's a good card. How about we just cast a Bone Crusher Giant? Done. You can shoot it and I'll take another 4, opponent. I mean, look at this. We're just applying the pressure. Is this a Murktide? Murktide gets killed by the Fury, and I could play an Eidolon right behind it, and I probably win the game. I say probably win the game because they're at 13. Oh, yeah. Oh, and it's a 3/3. Who needs Season Pyromancer these days? It's just a terrible card. Oh my gosh, I do it all. I just do it all. Dude. And yes, I'm going to play the Eidolon before playing the Bolt. Wham. Wham. This way I can assert my premium dominance here in sequencing. All right, 14-6. And really, they just die. This is that Punisher part. This is the point where they can't really do anything. If they counter something, they're taking 2 because their counter spells are small. If they shoot this, they just die. They shoot this, they almost die. Game's over. Game's over. All right, so Murktide can be beat with the list. The combustion's really important. Threat after threat. Bone Crusher Giant having a good, solid representation there as well. It may be worth trying to get the second or the third and the fourth one into the main list in a Murktide heavy meta. Looks good. That's good. You could even maybe trim a Roiling Vortex and bring one extra Bone Crusher Giant in just to hedge on, hey, okay, I might run into more Murktide than I do Elementals and Rhinos and Cascade lists. I was feeling pretty good. It's doing its thing. Maybe we just play 4 Ley Lines and put the Roiling into the sideboard. Bring it in only for the master of matchups. All right, we're 1-1. My opponent is 1-1. Everyone's 1-1. 1-1-1-1-1. We'll keep this 2 lands, double bolt for removal. That Bone Crusher we've been liking. Good old Rabblemaster. Honestly, if Rabblemaster's not doing a lot, we could cut 1 or 2 of those and put them sideboard and bring the Bone Crushers main decked. That way we have the spot removal for Ragabans and Darcys and small creatures. That could be valuable, and we only bring this in the control matchup. Grixis in colors here. Grixis in colors. What plays Grixis right now? Indomitable Creativity, I think, does. Oh, yep. Yep. All right, well, we have a lot of spot removal. I don't have much for the clues that they can create. But if they generate a little card. Also, Roiling Vortex, we get 1 or 2 of those, and they're doing nothing, you know. It's a good feeling. Let's try to get the Eidolon down first. See if they got a spot removal of sorts here. Looks like they do. Fatal Push, that's a good one. Okay. Yeah, Creativity. Roiling Vortex is probably not what we need in this one. Because Creativity doesn't spin like a Glimpse or something. I think it is. I mean, they've got the Dwarven Mine. It's got to be it, right? Plays a Steam Vents. Shocks it in, too. Crab. Yeah, this is where they can, like, go after their clue token or whatever. It's going to pass the turn with 2 Lightning Bolts up. Indomitable Creativity only hits one thing right now. They would, to be very safe, go after the clue token. Because I could have spot removal for the crab token if they want to get an Archon. I could then double up on the Archon. It appears we're doing none of the above. Let's go ahead and try to Lightning Bolt the crab. Okay. Let's go ahead. Gonna Eidolon leave myself the bolt open here. The primary reason I think for doing this is I don't want them to get 2 Archons. I very much lose to 2 Archons. So if they have like Fetch Land and Dwarven Mine, I can Lightning Bolt when they go Clue and Dwarf. Then I have 1 creature to beat, and if I top deck land, Torben Pitch Fury will work. What's up, Chance? Chance XD. Smash Up seems kind of hard. Maybe I should be looking at, like, Grafdigger's Cage. That would kind of mess up Yawgmoth. That would help with other things. All right. Here's another treasure token. They draw and discard. So now there's 2 artifacts that I can't really interact with well. That's fair. Does it not read? I have to look at Indomitable Creativity when they cast it. Does it not read from library? Does it just say like find and everything? Yeah, see, this is just bad for me. All right, we can concede to this. So I'm drawing one card here that's not useful, and then my opponent hits me for 12 plus then the gain and drain, which is 12 plus 6, which is 18, plus the drain and gain here. All right. Ratchet Bomb for this matchup. This is where Ratchet Bomb could be very good. Pillages makes sense to me. I don't hate Bone Crusher. I don't hate Hazoret. Blood Moons are fantastic in this matchup. Roiling Vortex doesn't do anything. Red Obosh doesn't let me play Eidolon or Roiling Vortex, which are the cards that we're experimenting with. And doesn't let me play Torbrain, which is the other card we're experimenting with. I feel like Seasoned Pyromancer might actually be too slow in this matchup. We just want removal and then something big to kind of crunch in with. All right, let's play first, obviously. We're going to keep. I have a couple Bolts, Eidolon, and Rabblemaster. That's the theory, although as soon as we put Roiling Vortex in, we haven't been able to find any of the elementals. Yeah. We're struggling to find said elementals. We'll get them. We'll get them. I can feel it. We'll find them. Yeah, the sideboard. So far, maybe Chandra really is just not like... I don't know. I try to play Chandra way too much, and Acolyte of Flame almost seems better in this matchup. Well, not maybe this specific one, but this list. Maybe I play a Tibalt. I don't know. Random Tibalt in there. That'll do some things, right? All right, land, go. Kind of hoping I Eidolon then Pillage. Pillage in here is kind of stop them from doing the creativity stuff. It also lets me hit an artifact if I want to. What are we trying to abuse? Kind of nothing, really, if you're really honest with ourselves. We're just simply trying to make it very difficult for our opponents to play Magic if we have so much damage that incurs when they target or interact with us with cheaply costed spells, or the Combustion, for example, or the Roiling Vortex for zeros. Freebie spells, so... yeah, Fair Punisher deck's a good way to look at it. All right, a little hard evidence here. So this is where I don't hate the idea of, like, maybe hitting this. I also don't hate the idea of putting a Rabblemaster down. Let's go Rabblemaster here. Attack with 2 creatures, and then I can Pillage plus Bolt next turn. And this way, they kind of have to probably interact with this Rabblemaster. And at least it's on the battlefield. With some Skred? I don't see the point in playing Skred, honestly. We already have 4 Bolts, 4 Furies, and 4 Bone Crushers, 2 of which are in the sideboard. Skred is a card that just doesn't progress your game state forward. Another hard evidence. That's kind of frustrating to see. But frustrating as it may be, I can more than likely pillage this land away and then maybe bolt one of these. Maybe I'm sending the bolt upstairs. Who knows? So we're going to bolt. I'm going to spell pierce the pillage. All right. That works. They take 2 to do that. I think I'm going to plays a land and Dominoes once. They'll go for the clue token. I think I'm going to go ahead and go get rid of one of these. That way the max damage comes in here. They might block here and only take 4, but that puts them to 8, and I have Bolt and Raminot. And if they don't exactly spin right here, and even if they have the creativity and they spin off a clue, I can just eat one of my Goblin tokens. Wow, an Anger of the Gods. All right. They go to 6. I have Bolt plus Raminot here. We're so close. If they fetch here, I can Bone Crusher plus Lightning Bolt, which feels right. And if they can't interact here, then I get them anyway because I have the Raminot. Ooh, we're gonna get there. It looks like. Little Bolt, little Stomp action, and then Raminot. Ooh. Got there, it looks like. Close, close. Close, but I almost needed them to stumble a little bit. That's all right. We put a lot of pressure. It's good to know about the Anger of the Gods, though. That's a nasty card. That's a nasty card. Unholy Heat is not necessarily a better Skred. It is only a better Skred in the instances where, shall we say, oh, this hand is probably keepable. Where you can't make Unholy Heat a good card. All right, I'm going to keep this one because I have the Fury to get rid of stuff. The Ratchet Bomb gets rid of all the tokens, making it hard for them to do their whole creativity plan. But I can kind of, oof. All right, I think I'm still going to play this, but we can now play Den of the Bugbear, either Ratchet Bomb or Eidolon, and then play a Magus as well. This is looking decent. Especially if they, well, I mean, they can shoot the Magus. Maybe a Blood Moon would have been better. But then they could have Spell Pierce. I don't know. I don't know what's the better line here. I think I want to play Eidolon first, though. I'm going to play Eidolon first here, because this should be able to get tokens, and it doesn't have to be played immediately. Eidolon might get bolted, leaving the door open for a Magus. Theory, at least. We'll see. Theory, we'll see what resolution resolves in. Steam Vents tapped off Wooded Foothills. Eidolon resolving and bolting. And that's what we hope, because we hope this clears. Fatal Push, that would have done the same thing to Magus. Non-fetch, please. Bleh. All right, I'm still going to attempt Magus here. The main reason I'm going to do this is if I were to play the Ratchet Bomb into a Spell Pierce, I will lose it because I can't pay for the Spell Pierce. And my hope is they have to just go get like black mana here, or they're just going to get whatever. Maybe they have another Fatal Push, in which case, okay, they had a bunch of Fatal Pushes. There's a Blood Crypt. Are they going to shock in? Because they can also float mana and then do the, what is it, deal 2 damage, make a treasure token here. They float what appears to be Dismember mana, which sucks for Hazard. All right, they Fatal Push us then with the Tainted. Yep, Tainted Indulgence. Okay, Archon just went to the graveyard. Keeping in mind, I didn't bring in relics for the Persist that they sometimes play, because I'm more on the Indomitable Creativity that I'm worried about. This is Dwarven Mine. This is where the Ratchet Bomb would be nice. This is their opportunity to fire this off. I have Furies to try to get rid of the Archon here. I think I'm gonna get rid of the land. Plan to maybe see, they have 4 cards, maybe Seasoned Pyromancer and do something. Now I can Bone Crusher and Pitch of Fury. We're not looking too hot, though. Kind of just fighting back here against the Archon. And we have them at 17. It's not very good, right? Yeah, Karn's out there enough that it could be a problem. All right, Inquisition probably at this point takes the Season Pyromancer because they may have a persist for this. If they're planning into Indomitable Creativity another token, though, they might take the Ratchet Bomb. Okay. Steam Vents into play tapped. As much as I'd like to fire off the Pillage, it's not doing a lot here. Let's just turn it into a token if we may. Okay. Hazard's not a bad draw. That's a quicker clock here. I probably could have held the Mountain. It did Tainted. Maybe I should have held the Mountain in case they make me discard here. Making me discard would make me very sad. Sad wolf. Please don't have it. 5 mana, persist. Dang it. I would have had to draw a land after that Mountain. I don't have anything that does 5 damage here. Well, I just don't think I can beat this. I really can't, can I? Play this, play the Spike Field down tapped. Opponent attacks me, I lose 8, yeah. And I can't kill this, it's a 5/5. All right, so Indomitable Creativity is a difficult matchup for us, for sure. We'll have to figure out how to better go after that. Like I said, I didn't bring in the relics for the persist target. I was kind of hoping that maybe Blood Moon would prevent that. We didn't really see the Blood Moon effects. We saw the Magus, but the Magus can get killed. But yeah, Blood Moon shuts that one down a little bit more. Maybe Chandra should be a Blood Moon, maybe an extra Ratchet Bomb or Engineered Explosives, one extra relic in here. Keep it going, keep it going. See what we can do. Maybe we can get some W's here. All right, opponent is 1 and 2. We are 1 and 2. We have a 1-lander. Considering I have 26 lands with some of the dual-facing cards, I'm surprised how many 1-landers I have. I'm gonna keep, and we're just gonna rattle them off the top. It's time. Hey, look, it's Burn. There is no replacement for the Leyline. They're super cheap as well. Leyline's super cheap. There you go. A quarter. Not even 20 cents. Like, normally I'm in the camp of, okay, can't afford a card, this or that, but the Leyline's super cheap. Man, we almost got him for 5. Look at that, Roiling Vortex. This matchup, we do entertain keeping the Roiling Vortex in, though. We keep missing lands because we kept the 1-lander. We have good cards if we can get the lands rolling here. Look, you get even $1 for a foil one. But yeah, you can get some ley lines. The stamp to send them to you if you get them online will almost cost more than your play set. All right, we're going to 15. Opponent's at 20. We're doing okay. Having another bolt to remove a creature is not a bad idea here. Like that creature. Okay. We'll remove that one. See if we can draw a land. Probably play Eidolon first. If they suspend another Rift Bolt, then we'll get them with this card. All right, Eidolon played. Maybe you would have a friend or something. I'm gonna let this hit me. You got it. Fury? Yeah, I think I let this hit me. Then I swing back, and I just pitch something to the Fury. Like, how about I just pitch Seasoned Pyromancer here? And then I have a Bone Crusher Giant to stop something if I wanted to. Probably not going to because Eidolon's here. Eidolon is totally fine. Look at this. Opponent can't even handle the Eidolon. We both kept one landers. Blood Moon stops Boros Charm and Helix. No, Blood Moon's better than Seasoned Pyromancer at this point. Look, another Eidolon. They might kill this so they don't take the 2. And now they're pointing damage here. If they don't, oh, let's play a second one. Oh no, now they're dead. Now they're just straight dead. Also, I can't play anything else. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. They let that resolve. They're playing new Lightning Bolt. They let that resolve and then bolted me. I don't think that was a good idea. They shock this in. I don't think that was a good idea. So my opponent is literally dead on board if they like bolt me and don't bolt these. All right. They're giving the turn back. Going to slam in for 4. Good game, opponent. Therefore, they die. Oh, they're gonna do it for me. They're gonna try to Helix here, and then these go on the stack, and they're dead. All right. Opponent got a good lesson in Eidolon power. All right, Combustion's coming for this matchup. Maybe Ratchet Bomb, not Chandra, not Pillage. Hazard's a maybe. We like most of this. I can get rid of the 2 Magus, probably the Shatter Skull, or maybe as a Spike Field, 1 Torbran, and probably the Roiling is probably just smarter to get rid of and bring all this good stuff in. But the Roiling would be a fun one to have against their Rift Bolts, but let's not bank on that. It's going to hurt us probably more than it'll hurt them. Yeah, time to Helix was a couple turns ago, and letting both Eidolons resolve and then bolting us is not the plan. What do ley lines do? The most amazing thing in Magic. Damage. The damage. Blood Moon doesn't need to come out because we could run ourselves into Sanctifier or Auriok Champion or Core Firewalker, and this like Blood Moon belongs against Burn. Anybody telling you otherwise doesn't play Blood Moon into Burn matchups. Yes, I'm 100% sure to keep. 110% sure. 101,000% sure. I will play Blood Moon before I play Rabblemaster here. That tells you something. It'll slow down Searing Blazes from being useful off of fetches, stops double white and white generic mana pro-red creatures. I don't want to deal with those. All right, we're playing an Eidolon game. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. A Fury off the top would be nice. I am going to block. I can't take damage because of the style of game we're approaching. All right. We'll have to see how I feel in this matchup. I might not block. Might not block. We'll see. Yep, Helix, Boros Charm, Sanctifier, Core Firewalkers, whatever else. Oh, there's a Rift Bolt. With the Rift Bolt, I might block here and just slam Rabble Rabble and stuff. But like I said, Blood Moon's probably first here. Stops really problematic cards for us. Wow, they Goblin Guide straight into this. Absolutely, opponent. Could I take 4 here? No, I can't. There's no way I can, right? There's a new Eidolon. Holy cow. Do I block? Like, I block here. Take the 2, go to 4, take an additional 2 when I play, and then they take 4, and then I have Hazoret. But I want to play Blood Moon. Maybe I do it this way. Then I take no damage off Blood Moon. Maybe lock them out. And then play some Rabble Masters to defend until Hazoret. Let's do it this way. Because I think my turn is going to literally be play Blood Moon. Okay, and then we're going to take 5 here, which is a lot. And then we can try to defend with Crucible Defiance. If I top deck a land, maybe Eidolon, maybe Rabble Master. We'll see. We'll see. I'm taking a lot here. We were on the draw. We just have to accept that that's some of the play here with Burn. Definitely Sanctifier on back, not of Souls. No redraws. I do help them with their mana a little bit, so it's not as painful, but definitely no redraws is good. Okay, Swift Spear, Goblin Guide. What else we got here? Lava Spike. Remember, we can top deck a Fury and like clean this board up as well. Although I am going to be at 4, which is not 3, which is kind of a big deal. Leyline of Combustion. Not what I want right now. Play our land drop. I'm going to play... Safer play is probably Rabble Master right now. We die to a Bolt or Skewer or Rift Bolt or a variety of things here. All right. That'll do it. Game 3. Where we want to be. Where we want to be. Burnington Forge Tender. That's a card that they could potentially play as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I do feel better about being on the play, though. Let's see what we can do. We will keep this hand. This is a good hand. A little combustion here. I'm gonna put. I want to put the Spike Field down, but I don't have a lot going on turn 2. So let's go ahead and defend ourselves with the Lightning Bolt. Then we can play Spike Field. Sweet. Let's see what's off the top. Because maybe I don't bolt here. Maybe I just play into Bone Crusher. I don't know. Torbran. All right, let's bolt. It's going to be a little ways till we get to that. I'm going to put the Spike Field in to play tapped. I have 3 drops I do want to play here. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping no Core Firewalker, Sanctifier, or anything like that. Please, please, please. We do have the Bone Crusher, so if we like have them defend, we can then stomp them and then prevent damage, and it could kill. Maybe the bot's just overwhelmed. Swift Spear. Okay. Bolt me. Rift Bolt. Okay. Took a damage to do that. Pings me for 1. This is where Bone Crusher can definitely kill this. Feels like what I want to do. I could also Rabble Master. Rabble Master. Nah, let's not Rabble Master. Man, I'm so nervous that if I stomp this, then they could play something. Whatever. Stomp and go. Stomp and go. Yeah, Firewalker is really good against the mirror. We're for all purposes, we're the mirror. They take 2, we take 3, keeping the game nice and even here. 5 cards for my opponent, 3 for us, but we've got some really stellar cards here. Land drop for our opponent. Remember, everything that they throw at me hurts them. They need creatures to attack with. Bone Crusher is probably my next play. Oh my gosh, they're playing it. Well, I took it out. I took it out, but it's a cool card to play. All right, land drop, please. That works. We're going to play Bone Crusher Giant because it hurts them a lot more if they do shoot this. And then Torbrand's coming down for a happy dinner. For a happy dinner. Keeping in mind that if Torbrand lands and they shoot Torbrand somehow, Leyline does 4 to them briefly. Lightning Bolt's this. They take a whopping 4 damage. So they go to 11 and take then Roiling Vortex, putting them to 10. We're at 15, looking pretty good so far. I think we've got the W here. It feels like it's favoring us. We'll see though. Shrine would be good against the protection from red stuff. That's true. That's true. They've got painful mana bases here too, by the way. That's good for us. This is an easy Torbrand, though. So easy. So easy. I could even probably just Rabble Master. Like, if I draw a Bolt, maybe I'm just Rabble Master. If they have to fire at it, fine, go for it. Passes the turn. Is this a red creature? Okay, becomes a 3/2 red. Yeah, it is a red. Oh, yeah. It's good to know. It's good to know. All right. I hit my land. I mean, Fury in itself probably kills them, but now I can play Torbrand and boot up Den of the Bugbear next turn, and apparently this is a red creature. And it creates a 1/1 red goblin. So that's just like bonkers. And killing Torbrand will probably take 2 spells from my opponent. So that would be 8 damage that they would take to kill Torbrand. So I think being at 9 for them and me at 14, 13, I suppose, I think I'm okay and I think I've won. But we'll see. Maybe Helix is in here somewhere and makes it funny. Funny math is funny. Cycles a Sunbaked Canyon. That's not going to do it. We'll take our 1 point of damage here. This makes colorless spirit tokens, by the way. Absolute garbage. Swing with the team. All right, opponent's dead. Takedown burn. I think it's funny they're playing Vortex. I think this is funny. I mean, like, I guess it makes sense because we could Fury away a few creatures and they would want me to take 5 to do that. So there's value in playing that, but it's slower. Slower. I mean, we took it out. We left the idol on him, but we took ours out. 2/2. 2/2. We got one more here. See if we can get this 3/2. Warming ourselves up tonight. Kozilek's Return is a devoid card as well. It usually wipes away the protection from red creatures. So if we run into that problem a lot, Ratchet Bomb would get rid of the protection from red creatures as well. Like I said, Bone Crusher Giant stomping them and them blocking kills them. There's ways to for red to manage red creature protection from red creatures. There are ways to manage it. Maybe I should have like swap the Leyline of Combustion out for the Roiling Vortex. It's kind of an interesting one. Wonder what would happen if we did that. Match 5, match 5, match 5. Let's find match 5. Oh. Nope, no Chain Whirler. There's not enough little creatures to worry about. All right, opponent's 1-1, we're 2-2. We get to play. We have a very interesting hand. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It looks landless, but we have a few lands. I'm going to lean heavily on Ragavan and maybe a top deck land to get a Blood Moon way fast here. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. You never know. You'll never know. Well, there's Grief. All right. They take my other land. I mean, Ragavan's going to stay there at the moment. They might have a Prismatic ending, though. Luckily, this isn't being, like, ephemerated or one of the Undying black card effects. Takes my land. What did they exile? Living End. Obviously. Oh, what a top deck. What an absolute top deck. Blood Moon. Maybe the Blood Moon's the wrong one. Maybe I should be doing the Magus because sometimes they have the force of negation. But it resolves. What a top deck. All right, let's keep doing the monkey things. Our Roiling Vortex would be pretty tasty here, not gonna lie. There's a Living End I exiled. Let's throw an Eidolon down. Eidolon's kind of a fun card here. Now, my opponent could eventually remove this Blood Moon. So I might want the extra Magus down here, but we'll see, we'll see. What about an extra Eidolon? Bonus Eidolon. That's what we're talking about here. That's what we're talking about here. All right, we're going to get some fun with the Roiling. Leyline of Combustion probably not coming in for this matchup. Opponent doesn't target a lot of our stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I have a legendary creature. That's right. Ragavan's cool. All right, damage has been applied to my opponent. They probably can't win because of the Eidolons. Sweet. All right, sideboard we go. Relics. Maybe Pillages. Maybe Hazoret. Not the Combustions, not Pithy Needle. Probably not Ratchet. Probably not Bone Crusher or Chandra's. We want Blood Moon effects. We want these relics definitely in here. We can probably get rid of a Torbrand or two. The Pillages are tempting. Wonder if that might be a little bit better than Bone Crusher. Like we could hit a land, especially if we got a Blood Moon effect out. So I think I'm going to bring them in. I'm going to leave a few Torbrands. Let's do Torbrand and Hazoret split. Give Mom Dog a chance to shine here. So they're playing the Grief. The Grief. I guess Leyline of Combustion would be okay if they like Force of Vigor or Foundation Breaker a few things, but I can't justify 2, maybe 4 damage for the Leyline. It's got to be more. Oh, this hand's great. Oh yeah, this hand's great. We're gonna keep this. Only when I'm not in the draw. Well, I'm not in the draw, so I'm using it more like a removal for one of like a green or an island or something. A green or an island. A forest or an island. Or Sanctum. Grief, and they have 3 cards here. They have the option of a relic that takes care of their graveyard, or they have the option of a Blood Moon, which takes care of their mana base. Opts for the relic. All right. Ragavan, let's go. Nope. All right. We tried. We tried to will it to the top. All right, opponent. You got it on turn 3. Cycling Curator. Doesn't have another land. Because they don't have another land here, I'm going to dash in Ragavan to guarantee a Blood Moon next turn. It gives a good guarantee here. We did take a non-land off the top, so if they have a land here, it's our fault. Opponent continues to not have things here. I'm going to dash Monkey in again here. I kind of want to play around a Spell Pierce. So we'll do that. I take a Living End from them. Again, I don't think this Blood Moon matters just yet. And they found a land. All right, I'm gonna attempt Blood Moon here. I think they have like a Spell Pierce or something. Maybe they're just straight counter spell. There's Waker or Force. They could have a Force of Negation. I'm planning to play Eidolon next. Well, they got rid of a Force. Do I want to Eidolon? You know what? Let's just dash another Monkey in. Dashing Monkey is just something fun we get to do every single turn. Oh, that's right. No Spell Pierce because Cascade. Well, I played around it, and it was fine. we made it happen. You think they have the green Force here? They do. All right. Seems good, opponent. Seems good. I will probably Season Pyromancer next to get some nice juicy things in the yard. Or at least attempt to. All right. Season Pyromancer. Let's get something juicy in the yard. Probably Fury plus maybe Rabblemaster or this Season Pyromancer. What do we got here? Waker, Grief, Curator. I don't think this is necessarily punt. This is like very specific timing here that they're trying to mess with us. We're going to have a lot of creatures, though. And they'll get the Grief. They'll get to take something. There's a Street Wraith down there that went there as well. There's 4 cards. Fury here, if they take it, I end up shooting the 4/4. If they don't, I'll probably just kill the 4/4 in the air. Maybe I kill the 3/2. I don't know. So they take the Fury. Oh, wait. The Living End already happened. Never mind. What am I talking about? This will be okay. This is fine, though. We'll just find Fury. I'm a little off with my timing of everything happening here. Land drop. Worth a bolt here? Probably. Go ahead and bolt Grief and pass turn. Could bolt them. Maybe that's more correct. Yeah, the end already resolved. We're catching up. We're catching up. We're a little slow. Everything real tiny because of Waker. Tiny elementals. Chump takes 7 here. Season Pyromancer, get rid of these 2 creatures because they're not really doing anything. Okay. Trying to decide if I hold on to all this. I think I do. I mean, we can chump block 2 things. We got lots of time. A lot of time. Just gotta be careful of the 4 in the air. Dang it. Dang it. That's not fun. That's not fun. Now they're gonna take Torbrand. Takes Shatter Skull. Leaves me with Torbrand. Okay. Seems decent. Seems decent. Gonna block and block. Going to 9. 1 Pyro last turn? Maybe. Maybe I'm big messed up. Maybe I screwed everything up. Torbrand. Swing with the 1 past turn, and then I think we have lethal next turn. That's why I'm not sure why they left me with the Torbrand. Maybe they have a Fury that they're going to pitch here. It's got to be that, right? Swings with everything. I just chum block here. Take 3. Yeah. Go to 2. Need to add the flyer that's over here too. May have a turtle in hand. Let him have the turtle in hand. Shardless Agent. Okay. This is going to be interesting. They don't cascade here, and I just win. What an interesting game we've had here. An interesting game indeed. Well, that puts us at 3-2 for this league. What are you going to do about that? Interesting indeed. I think they maybe not familiar with Torbrand. Taking the Shatterskull smashing seems like the wrong play. Take the Torbrand and we go to game 3, I think. Well, there you have it. I don't know how we won that one. I mean, I think when they didn't take Torbrand, we won that one. All right, so Chandra Dressed to Kill is looking like less and less of a card we should have in this list. I'm feeling like I need to take it out for maybe an extra relic plus something else. Bone Crusher's been fantastic. We'll keep that. Hazard's been fine. Threatened the Murktide list that we unfortunately didn't beat, but it gave us a shot at killing that Murktide. We did beat Murktide as well, so the balance there. A lot of things came down to dice rolls. That's kind of what happens when you have the aggro list. Roiling Vortex did very little this game, but it had 1 or 2 times it did a few points of damage, I think. So yeah, it's doing what it needs to do. I think Dress to Kill is too slow. We need to change that. And I don't know, maybe I get like an extra pillage and a, engineered or ratchet bomb or another relic or something, Grafdigger's Cage or something like that. Well, there you go. That's the list so far.